Hello, my name is ESG and welcome to my channel. Today I will be playing on Lighthouse with a former US Army Ranger, Matt, and me and Matt are going to take you through the revision as well as the easy job quests here. The only thing that we've done previously was there's a BRDM behind us that's in front of the lighthouse, and we got that fairly easily on a previous playthrough. And what we're going to do here is cut through the center of the map, attempting to get to the east side of the water treatment plant where we're going to make entry. This can be kind of challenging if you don't know what you're doing, so hopefully you get some information here. You can run into PMCs, you can run into player scavs. Be aware that the goons can be on the rocks to the right in front of the chalets, so it can be a little challenging. You can always check the goon tracker to make sure that they're not on this map.
That's up ahead.
Okay, so there's some shots that are going on up ahead here. Be aware that the hill behind me right now is, and to my left is where people like to snipe up there at Pride Rock. So always check that. I'm using an Elkin Spectre and on a PP-19, and the PP-19 is actually pretty good mid-wipe. I'm using AP ammo with the PP-19. And out to 100 meters, you can get headshots fairly easily, particularly with an Elkin Spectre. People don't typically pick this gun up, so if you insure it, you usually get it back.
Let's hold up here this rock and listen.
So here's Matt using his ranger skills. We always typically go for a little bit and then listen, make sure that we know what's around us. As you can see there, I'm loading up the AP ammo. You're able to buy that off Peacekeeper level 3.
All right. Where? Is it return fire? Someone else?
So unfortunately, my mic's out for this playthrough, but I'll just narrate and you'll be hearing Matt talk in the game.
Two? Another one, right? They pushed into the building, or? That's behind us. I'm gonna creep up. I'm reloading to the left side of the... I'm still down in the ditch. Where are you?
Капец тебе, служивый!
You running? Did you get him? Is that you in the bushes? All right, good job. I'm stopping my bleed. I got 2 black limbs.
So we ran into 2 PMCs that were on like a loot run or something. They were looting this house in front of us, and since they were running, I had a pretty good idea that they couldn't hear us whatsoever. As soon as we heard them running at us, we just stopped to see what they were going to do, because we're here to quest. We're not here for PMC kills. So if they had just ran by and not really in front of us there, we would have just let him go. But since he was right in front of me, it was a pretty easy kill. The PP-19 with this AP ammo is pretty good. And I kind of potatoed there when I pulled out the nade. And that was a huge mistake on my part. And I was getting hit. Matt was getting hit as well. The guy backed off, though, because maybe he heard my nade. I'm not sure what happened there. Or maybe he was getting shot by the scav.
Coast side. That you still in bushes over there? Okay. If he has a surgery kit, let me know. I could use one. Yeah, it sounded like one of them had an SKS. BP? Nice.
So this is still early to mid wipe, and we caught these guys riding dirty with SKSs, and it just wasn't a good look for them running through the middle of the map like that. I prefer to just walk because you not only can you hear better, but people can't hear you as easily. So we heard them like 60 meters off at least.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna bypass us. I think I got a few hits maybe on the second guy. I was just hip firing. Because I had my night vision was getting blinded out by my flashlight. Make a push across the bridge. Nice.
So as we approach here, you need to look up to the rocks to the right where I'm looking right now, because people can sit up there and camp. It is kind of a cannonball run through here over the two bridges, kind of out of the village in the center of the map, the center eastern portion of the map. And when we get to this corner, I'm going to have my first peek on a rogue. You typically can kill one rogue from this position, sometimes two, but just remember there's always going to be two in the front where I kill the first one. And we'll run into him a little bit later. I've ran into a lot of player scavs, as well as PMCs in this area, so be advised.
There was some shots up ahead. Get him. Nice.
So I took my time there taking the shot because he's not going to move. And if you miss, he'll come off the gun and then you have to wait. So I like to make sure I get that shot, particularly when I have someone else watching my back. You got a little bit of time.
Yeah. Alright, take a look across, see if you can get the machine gunner on the seaside building.
This is going to be the first rogue that you need to kill. It's on the west side of the water treatment plant, and he's going to overwatch the front. So you're going to have to kill him. I get him on the second shot.
Try two. Did he get off the gun? You see anyone else right on the roof?
So there can be a second rogue on the roof. So just be aware of that. And I got him with the second shot there, zeroed into 200 on my scope. And we're going to go through to the middle where the easy job quest is. And mainly there's going to be scavs in the middle. I brought the M700 as a backup in order to make these shots, obviously. And it's a great gun. I think I'm using M80s. I'm not entirely sure. If you headshot, you could use BCP FMJ. No big deal. And then in the middle here, there's going to be scavs all over, so you have to watch out for that.
I think he's on. He's wrapping around. Okay. Yeah, I am too now. He's just crouched. I'm about to lay down. It is. He did a scav voice line. Let's push across. We're getting shot at.
Куда он проебался-то? Ниндзя ебаный!
Okay. I don't want to hang out in the open too long over there.
So those guys aren't going to be able to make entry to the water treatment plant, so we just decide to push on because we're just questing here. No big deal. And make sure that you have, if you're playing this as a duo or 3, 4, or 5 players, that you guys all have different weapons that complement each other.
On the far side? Or all the way on the right, near the mountain? He can't shoot at us from there.
So that building in the middle has a grenade launcher on the left, and I believe a machine gun on the right. And there's also a grenade launcher on the left on the opposite side, facing back north towards that bridge there. So I'm attempting to take off one of the rogues off of the grenade launcher there on the left corner of the building. And unless you go inside of one of the buildings, the rogues will not swarm you that we've seen yet. They used to do that. They used to come from all over the water treatment plant just to swarm you. Now it's only if you make entry to the different buildings that all the rogues in said building will come and get you, not the ones from the other 2 buildings. So that's kind of nice.
Just put it on the ramp. I hear footsteps, right? Put it on the ramp and then come back into here. He sees you. He's wrapping left. He's coming down in. I might have killed him.
So this is obviously a little buggy. I don't know if it was because Matt placed first that it bugged out, but I'm just running away and then back to the ramp so that I can put one of my markers down. This is the easy job location, and I think you just need to plant this marker, and then you're done.
Yep, someone's shooting from the mountainside. Yeah, like right above. Actually, that's right above where we breached in. The entrance, yeah.
So we're going to head to the next BRDM that's more towards the front of the water treatment plant. And remember, there's another rogue up there that we did not kill. So we're kind of watching out for him. And this is probably the hardest BRDM to mark. And we'll see how it goes here.
Here's the vehicle. I put my marker down. I'm gonna hold in this tent right here. Push back into this first tent. First tent on your right, right there to the right. You already passed me. It's alright, just wait for the countdown. Just get somewhere.
This was not the play going into this tent, and I didn't know where Matt was, and it's important to know where your buddies are at all times so you don't accidentally shoot them.
That's a rogue. You good? I got him.
So we actually had overlapping ranges of fire where that rogue was, so it actually worked out fine because he was pointed at me while Matt took him from the side. Is pretty dumb of me to peek like that because they'll kill you in just a few shots sometimes. So you don't really want to go toe to toe with the rogues. You typically want to keyhole them, and their behavior is a little interesting this wipe. They used to just run up to the doors. Now they'll come up, close the doors, and do weird things like shoot through the doors and stuff. And I think that was an attempt to stop rogue farming because, like I said before, they would all swarm you and you could just sit in a room and keyhole them, and you'd have a stack of 8 to 12 rogues with decent equipment on them, mid to high tier equipment, I would say, and just be able to farm the heck out of them. No longer the case. That was the rogue that was in the front west portion of the water treatment plant, the one that I could not identify when I was sniping. Little scav out here.
We need to repack.
So make sure to bring like 2 propes, and then I like the SJ6 Trimetal combo in case you loot up a lot, just so that you can get out. The extracts that I like to take are in the north, either the northern extract that's always there or the EVX that's there like most of the time.
You moving? Okay.
Checking for rogues on the roof there, or perhaps scavs, just to make sure that we're clear to go to the next BRDM, which is going to be right in front of me, right before building 2. That's the northernmost middle building, and we're going to head over there next.
I'm tempted to check this rogue, or at least grab his gun. He's right here in the open. I'm gonna lay down and... Alright. He's got a good bag, but... Yeah, let me just pull one of his mags out. Alright, I'm ready.
One thing that I forgot to mention is we're going nighttime with night vision because the aggro range for the rogues is something like halved. So even if you're on top of that mountain to our right, they will shoot at you from like 150, 200 meters off. And at night, it's pretty limited. You saw that rogue aggro from like 100 meters-ish because he was in the front of the water treatment. But basically, night is a must, for me at least, for this quest, because it's so much easier to get around. The scavs can't see you as well, and the rogues can't see you as well either.
I'll pop the SJ6. Use the train. Yeah. Can you see the right gun? What about the right one? Come here. Alright, let's push up.
So note that the mountainside building doesn't have guns on it, but it can have a rogue on top of it. So that's to my right. So we're not worried as much about that building. And like I said, unless you come into like close to that building, the rogues are not going to aggro on you. So we know we're safe from that side, but there was obviously a PMC over there shooting something.
Okay. Probably rogues, so be careful. We could push through this gate up ahead of me, skirt the left side of this building, and look out for the machine gunner as we press the hill in front of him. All right, my marker's done.
So I'm just looking for the rogue on top of the mountainside building, and we're worried about the grenade launcher on the opposite side of building 2, the middle building to my left. And because that's the way that we're going to exfil.
Definitely movement inside the fence, the wall. I see movement going into the building along the roadside too. He's right there by the pipes. Can you see him? Look left, center mass. Right by the beginning of the pipes on the left side. He's just standing there. I don't know. It's a scab here next to us. The leftmost part of the pipes. It's a PMC or something. He's trying to jump over. Definitely a PMC. He just jumped over. Moving towards the stairs. He's at the base of the stairs. Going up the stairs now. Wait till he stops. See if he'll stop for you.
So potatoed that shot, but he's way up there and he's not going to be able to get to us. I'm pretty sure I hit his body armor and he's healing, and I'm not going to go all the way up there just for him to keyhole us. So we're going to try to exfil this.
Hang it right to get around the corner. Oh. Is it bushes left? You got him. I don't see him. Yeah, he's right there. All right, good. Let's push across.
So that gun right there doesn't have the declination to fire at you if you just creep up the hill. So you can just creep up slowly until you see the rogue's head and tap him. Luckily, there was no rogue there this time.
Yeah. Subtask complete. We just need to survive. Yeah. So now we need a Wi-Fi camera here. Sorry.
So this area is for the drug lab quest that therapist gives you, and we weren't intending on doing that at all, but since we're in the area, we just wanted to check it out, and we forgot Wi-Fi cameras, so we didn't complete the quest, but we could always come back here later and wrap around or take the same pathing, really, and get that quest fairly easily. You can take the armored train out. I don't really like to do it because of the timing and the fact that there's probably a lot of player scavs going there. So we're just going to skirt around that, and we're going to go to the northern road exfil. And we didn't check the EVX because we heard someone sniping on the mountainside. And since we need a survive for this quest, we're just going to exfil at this point. We have full bags and we popped stims. So there's a money investment here that we're worried about. and we just want to get out.
Did you pop a Propital or something? Or?
Again, we're talking to each other the whole time, calling out things, and then calling out each other's location so that we know where we are at all times, because people will just pop up in front of you and you won't know if it's your buddy or not. And it's very important, the communication, like running with other players in your party. And TKs happen all the time. TKs are almost as dangerous as, other PMCs. A lot of the times, particularly when you're running something like a 5-man, it's like herding a bunch of cats.
I didn't see anyone. Hug the wall till we get to the end. I'm going to conserve my stamina for the final push.
So this area can be heavily camped. It's pretty dangerous. This exfil, I'd rather take the EVX, but considering our options and considering we heard nothing on the ocean side of the map, we're fairly confident that no one was on that side of the map. It sounded like the shots we heard way earlier in the video were actually moving the opposite direction behind us towards the southern road, and we don't get camped here. So that's a good thing. And that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please give me a like and subscribe, and I'll put out some more Tarkov guides like this. Thanks, guys.